I was born and raised in Sweden, on the west coast of Sweden in the Gothenburg area. So my Swedish dialect has a little bit of the typical regional features of the Gothenburg area. I started learning English in elementary school, 3rd grade, heavily influenced by British pronunciation, and when I started speaking English more readily in 1988, I was in an international community. I moved to the United States in '99 and have lived here since. Some people think I'm crazy and they don't understand why I put myself through what I did. But in the next few minutes I'm going to tell you a little bit about why, when, and how I became a marathon runner. So I has never been particularly athletic. In fact, my physical education grades in middle school and high school were an embarrassment to me. I've never participated in any kind of sporting events or athletic events outside of what was required for school. But I do value health and fitness, and I've always been running very regularly, but no more than about 2 miles at a time, and I really didn't think I had it in me to run any further than that. And then my friend completed a triathlon, and around the same time the finalists in the reality show The Biggest Loser, which is one of my favorites, they ran a full marathon, and I thought, surely if they can do it, I can too. And so I had this emergent desire to run a marathon. And one morning in February of 2012 I woke up and I heard cheering, and it went on and on and on, and I thought, what is going on? Well, it so turned out that just about a block from my apartment there was a marathon coming through, and I learned that it's an annual event and that I could actually run it literally, virtually on my own doorstep next year. So that's sort of how I got started. I pulled up my calendar and I did a little quick calculation, and I realized that if I add about half a mile each week, I would be ready for the 26.2 miles in about a year. So I got a good pair of running shoes, I bought a GPS watch, and I got started. And it was hard at first. I remember that between 5 and 8 miles was really rough, but I kept through it, I kept at it. And at around 10 miles, I was pretty sure that I was going to be able to do it. I also joined a local running group called the Red Cross Rescue Racers, and they raise money for the local American Red Cross chapter. They also provide coaching, team training, tips on how to prevent injuries, just a lot of support, and that was invaluable in this process. So in February of this year, I completed my first marathon. Not only was it my first marathon, it was my first race ever. I hadn't even done a 5K up to that point. And needless to say, I felt very accomplished. I have been running since, and I'm still a fundraiser with the Red Cross. I'm still part of that group. In fact, I just ran a half marathon 2 days ago, and I'm getting ready to train for my second marathon next February. So today I told you a little bit about my motivation to run a marathon and my plan to do so and how I executed it. I think the main thing that I really was left with was a sense of empowerment, that I was able to do something very strenuous that I didn't think my body would let me do. And it made me think, I wonder what else I can do that I don't think that I'm capable of.